Bloodbath, Bitcoin and cryptos are melting down. Crypto market cap losses more than $100 billion today. And when you go to the stock market, the same is happening. S&P raised $1 trillion. And the sentiment is bad. Extreme fear has returned to the market. What is happening here? My name is Kyle and I'm a Coinex ambassador. And if you like this kind of content, please subscribe to the channel and smash that like button. The Trump effect and the economic data are affecting the market. So let's recap. In S&P, we were in excellent bounce, breaking 200 EMA, but it fails to break this level of resistance over here, which also marks the 0.5 Fibonacci levels. And now looks like the bloodbath will not stop, and we need the next few days or weeks to figure that out. But the question is, what led to this downfall? That's a nice bounce. It would be a shame if someone tweeted something about tariffs. So it's no surprise for anyone that Trump's tariffs will be implemented next week. But what took the markets down was this particular announcement. The US is one of the largest manufacturers and sellers of cars in the world, and it represents an important part of US GDP. Trump said there will be 25% tariff on all cars not made in USA. So the consequence of that is the increase in the price of the cars not made in the USA. But when you see the stock market, American companies are falling down. American companies are not reacting so well of this announcement. And why? That's because most of the cars that are sold in USA are not made in America. They are imported. And even though it seems like Tesla is 100% made in USA, that's not true. Musk said parts in Tesla cars came from other countries. And not only new cars imported will pay tariffs, but also parts of these cars that are imported. So the cost impact is not trivial. And that's why all the companies in USA are melting down, because they imported cars and also parts of the cars. And the problem is, if car prices go up, we are going to have persistent inflation that put more pressure on interest rates. And there's no way Fed's going to cut rates. And that's why the market is worried. And when Trump was asked about the market crash, here's what he said.
500 down 1%. What are you concerned about that market reaction?
Today?
Yes, sir.
I didn't say that. I want to see the jobs. I want to see that'll all take care of itself. That could take care of itself in 1 day, 2 days, or 1 week.
And on these auto tariffs, we saw obviously.
So we are by ourselves now. That being said, Trump's plan is to bring the industry back to US, creating jobs and investment. But in the short term, tariffs could cause confusion in the markets, slowing down the economy, so that interest rates can be cut. But we still have problems. Two important data came in above expectations. Yesterday, GDP came higher, which would have been positive at other times, but now they want to slow down the economy. And core PC inflation, showing that inflation is rising. And worse, the impacts of the trade war have not yet been felt. But the Atlanta Fed GDP now is predicting GDP will slow. And Coinex said, when you have GDP growth moving lower and inflation moving higher, you have a serious problem. It becomes increasingly clear that a recession is the only solution to inflation. And now we are all in the Powell's hands. But we have good news too. Bitcoin ETFs are back in buying cycle. So far, this week they bought more than 3,000 Bitcoin, and now they hold more than 1 million Bitcoin. That represents more than 5% of all Bitcoin circulation. And have more. BlackRock's Global Allocation Fund reports owning $47 million in Bitcoin. And have here, a movement happened. A movement happened in the market. GameStop will buy Bitcoin. And they told the market, GameStop, to raise $1.3 billion to buy Bitcoin. This is a huge amount of money to buy Bitcoin. But not only Bitcoin, we can see here, including the acquisition of Bitcoin. So they will use this money to buy something else too. But the most important thing here is that the companies are now following Saylor's playbook. What's next? And that just goes to show us how early we are in this journey. Despite the potential short-term downsides, the future is bright. But before we look at the Bitcoin chart, I invite you to Coinex. It's a very simple and easy platform. As the largest number of cryptos, values your privacy, and does not require KYC. Jelly said, patiently waiting for the reclaim. New all-time highs come quickly once that happen and show us power of three movement: accumulation, manipulation, and distribution. But this only will happen when we overcome this resistance area over here in 90K. And Stock Analysis said, rejecting at resistance. And here he's showing that we have a long work to do before new all-time highs. We have this trend line of resistance as the volume on the price here in 97K. Let's see the charts. Last week, our analysis worked and the price of Bitcoin were unable to overcome this trend line over here, such as the EMA 50, this red line over here. And now the price broken the EMA 200, this purple line over here, such as this ascending channel. So I still maintain that position that the price of Bitcoin will look for new support before a new rally. And in the weekly time frame, if price of Bitcoin wants to fall more, we have support in this bottom over here that have EMA 50. And as I said in the last video, I returned to the 7K area that in the past was a resistance, is not ruled out. And the price of Bitcoin could find a huge support over here that will be a great buy opportunity for us. And that's all for today's video. I hope you have enjoyed. Don't forget to smash this like button and see you in the next video.